Hello everyone, Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle, and this is your main event of the week, a four-way matchup, a product, of course, of your fan-requested Friday lineup. We have the big man, Big Ramy, Mamduels Baye, 2013 New York Pro. Then you have Dorian Yates, 1992 Olympia, and that gets a little bit tricky, sizing, things of that nature. Then you have Iain Valliere, 2021. And this picture is from the Tampa Pro, but for the most part, it will be the Texas Pro version. Couldn't find a front double. And then you have Cedric McMillan, could be an X Factor, 2019. AC Australia, of course. Now, this one is easy as far as the two losers and the two winners. I would put Dorian Yates and Iain Valliere last in line. It's just, you know what I'm saying, guys? It's not the best pose for them. And not to mention Cedric and the big man, Big Ram. They're probably the obvious two best. But I would wager to say with the complete calves, things of that nature for Dorian, I would probably give him an edge over Iain. So it's down to these two. And I'm not going to do this with all of the poses. I just feel that this is a very, very close competition between these two and these two versions. Excellent condition here for Cedric. Probably his best version. If you ask me, it is. He probably should have beat Bonac with that structure. I like the V-taper. I like a lot of the aspects of Cedric McMillan. The arms may be better for Big Ramy. Gonna go ahead and give Cedric the win. Go to the front lat spread and boom, what a shootout this is. Wow. Have you guys ever seen 4 tremendous front lat spreads? I haven't. Iain Valliere, as good as he is, he's falling last in line. It's the clavicle width. It is drawn out for sure. All three of the other gentlemen, some of the widest as far as the chests are concerned, things of that nature. Well, maybe not Dorian, but a whole lot wider than Iain. And Dorian, obviously, you can't put him last. And like I say, this is 92 Dorianites. You guys got to think about that. He wasn't as big, but in a shot like this, no, he's not as big, but he's pretty pronounced. Look at those lats. Look at those lats. Very hard for the sizing. So are we going to put Dorian first just for the Dorianites? Maybe. So who's winning between Cedric McMillan and Big Ramy? That is a darn close one. I might go with Ramy. The camera angle is supporting his pose a little bit. But at the end of the day, guys, this is a pitcher comparison. So if the pitcher's better, then I guess he's winning, right? So I guess them two guys are 1 for 1. Turn to the side chest. And Dorian, he was getting the front lat. Maybe with some politics, you Dorianites. But in this one, guys, I have to put him last. It's the angle of the shot. Actually, Dorian seems to be the type of guy that would probably stab you if you tried to rip him off in a pitcher comparison. So bring this one up. And this one, it shows a little bit more favorable. But still, I don't know. I might give Iain the victory over him. It's obvious the two winners are Cedric and Big Ramy. Obvious. So it's down to them, with maybe Iain getting a victory over Dorian, battling for 3rd and 4th. I'm going to go with Cedric because, and you guys know what I'm going to say, I think Ramy's opened up a little bit too much. I think he has some gyno too. Shh, don't tell anybody. Might be in better condition as far as the legs are concerned, though, Ramy. So it's close between these two dudes. Go to the next side shot, side tricep, and another shootout. It seems to be a battle between Iain and Dorian every single time. With Dorian, I think this time might get an edge. The camera angle is tilted thousely, so it takes away from the tricep. But even in this shot, you can see that he has a bigger tricep than Iain. So again, it's down to the Ram Man and Cedric. So close. And I find myself giving 1 point to one gentleman and then leaning towards the other guy if it's close, you know what I'm saying? If I gave Cedric the side chest, might be inclined to give the side tricep to Ram Man. What a close matchup. This is a very interesting main event, guys. let's have a look at the back developments, and this is where it gets iffy for you Dorianites. It's a photo shoot, first of all. He stands a whole lot straighter, so I could have even made him bigger. I'm definitely going to give him the victory over Iain Valliere. Iain falling last in line, as far as that's concerned. Cedric's conditioning's awesome, but his back is very underwhelming as far as the size is concerned. So does Dorian get an edge on him? Maybe. I won't tell you guys for sure. I'm going to give the victory to Ramy. His conditioning of the lower half, probably the best. And his back, probably the widest. And like I said, a little bit unfair for Dorian. Go to the rear double bye. And this one, Dorian, let's face it, guys. 1992, what did he weigh? 230 pounds, maybe? He was no better than he was in 1991, in 92. Maybe even better in 91 as far as conditioning is concerned. So he wasn't peeled to the bone. Wasn't diced to the socks. And I would say Ramy might even be getting an edge over him here in 92. Keep in mind, Dorianites, 92, Iain falling last in line again. Little bit weak in the back, calves as well. Cedric McMillan, his rear lat spread nowhere near as good as his rear double. And as far as Ramy is concerned, his rear lat's the better shot. So these guys really seem to be trading off shots one after another. I might give Cedric McMillan the edge. Look at the hamstrings on the man. You can't say he's not in condition. You cannot say that. Finish this one off. And it is always going to be a debate, guys, when you use an athlete from 1992. Because, it's Dorianites. You guys love him. It's Dorian Yates. He's a king. I don't want to call him the king. But you got to think. It's several decades back, and the size is just not going to be the same. The legs are going to be very underwhelming, in particular in the abs and thigh. Him and Iain really are built the same, aren't they? Dorian Yates and Iain Valliere. Very similar. You guys don't like when I put Dorian down in the abs and thigh? You guys really, you like it. But I don't find that his abs are the most, aesthetically pleasing in the world. He's conditioned, that's for sure. His face looks like a Astro Boy character. He looks like Atlas, Astro Boy's brother. Anybody? Anyway. I honestly like Cedric McMillan the best in this one. With maybe Dorian battling for second with Big Ramy, but I don't know. I like Ramy with Iain obviously falling last in line. We don't even have to do the math, and we know where Iain falls in this one. Finish this dandy of a comparison off. Dorian, poor Dorian, guys. But you gotta think, this is 92. Everybody and their uncle says that Lee Haney would have defeated him. After all, Lee Haney defeated him in 91. And 92, Dorian, yeah, I did the comparison. He was no bigger in 92. It was 93 that he just, boom, and his conditioning was better. Size and conditioning. He really nailed it as far as his training, supplements, and his conditioning, his diet leading up to the event. But can he compete with even Iain Valliere? Might even be getting a victory over him in this one. So much like this entire matchup, I guess it's down to Big Ramy and Cedric McMillan, with maybe Big Ramy getting an edge. Not that decisive, though. Not that decisive at all. And in a four-way matchup, it can really throw things off. And that's why the judges do have a very hard time. So you bodybuilding frequent fans, I see a lot of criticism towards the real judges. But guys, in a lineup, it is very difficult. The last and first place guy could be very similar in a pose, but you gotta divide it up. You gotta give one guy way more points than the other, even though it's close. So depending on, your preference, things of that nature, it does get very debatable. But this is my list here, and Iain Valliere should be no surprise. He falls in fourth place. It was very, very difficult for Iain to even score high in any of these poses. Even in his front lat spread, which is a very dandy pose for him. But man, oh man, think of the other three gentlemen. They're fantastic guys. He got 30 points, did Iain. In third place, this is going to get me some thumbs downs, Dorian Yates. Keep in mind, guys, It's 1992. It was before he gained all that mass. He must have put on 20 pounds of better conditioned muscle. Better condition. Which means I think he was way too depleted in 92. So not only took his size down, but took away of the sting of a lot of his poses, the width of his lat spreads, things of that nature. But still, in the front lat spread, I gave him the victory, so he was still dominant. Just the leg size of the other two gentlemen, I think, were a little too much. Drum roll, please. In second place, Cedric McMillan. What? No way. I thought he earned enough first place finishes in this one to win. For sure I did. I had to do the math a couple of times on this one. I gotta say, 14 points for Cedric McMillan, so a clear second place over the other two gentlemen. With all due respect to you, Dorian Yates, love you guys. Love Dorian Yates. Hello, mate. Let's go back to my place. Watch some porn. A bloody good time, you and your mates. Anyway, all due respect, here's your winner, Big Ramy, 2013. I really thought, I don't know, I would like to see a one-on-one between McMillan and Ramy. I think McMillan might get him, but in the lineup, I guess Big Ramy is your victor. Fantastic physique, taking nothing away from him. It's just, if you had asked me, even after the match, I would have said Cedric. For sure. Anyway, guys, I can't argue with myself, but in a four-way, you will find yourself definitely disagreeing with your own decisions. Difficult thing, guys. So give some respect to the real judges. They have to divide up 20 guys. So you're going to take criticism. Hit thumbs up on the video and look forward to your fan-requested Friday lineup and the main event of all the winners of that for next week. Have a great day, guys.